Warning. The ZeroDead podcast is made for mature audiences only. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hey, if you listen to this, it means you made it to episode 5 of ZeroDead Plays The Pipeline, a Call of Cthulhu adventure that's been adapted to Delta Green. In this episode, we continue our journey to the pumping station and try and keep our feet dry. I'd just like to say thank you for listening, and if you like what you hear, please take the 30 seconds and consider rating us on your podcast app of choice. Now on to episode 5. I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as I enjoyed playing it.
Last time, all of you found out that things are not as you would hope they would be. You got on a plane and subsequently crashed. You had a tough go of it, as you had to dispatch of one of your new colleagues. And then you started an arduous trip down the mountain, trying to get to pumping station number 31. It's a hazardous journey, cold. You heard some weird noises as you did find a dead moose. You got some meat from the dead moose. Continue your trek, and before you knew it, night descended upon you. You went to sleep, and all of you had a rather disturbing dream. And now, it's day 2. Following one of the most uncomfortable and deeply unsettling nights you've ever experienced, the morning light brings new hope and slightly warmer temperatures. As you gather your gear and break camp, you see the pipeline stretching north across from the river. You think another day of hard travel might get you to the pumping station if you don't run into any problems. What do you do?
I want to check something on the map.
Alright, what do you want to check on the map?
I remembered that when we first started this, we heard about a conversation between 2 of the external employees who found something in a cave. I want to check where that cave is in relation to us and the pumping station.
All right.
Like, is it between us, or are we going to run across it accidentally on our way to the pumping station?
You have the map. It's in the Delta Green channel, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I've just loaded
it. I do.
We're in now.
Yeah. You know that there was a landslide that opened up a natural cave formation. Or, as they called it, a archaeological anomaly. I said it in one go.
Nailed it.
Well
Nailed
done.
it, but that's far off. That's more towards Telegraph Creek. And pumping station 31 is between you and said point, and between you and Telegraph Creek.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Didn't we have to cross an ice wall?
We went around, I think.
Yeah,
didn't
you
we?
went around the ice wall.
Yeah, we're around down here, yeah.
Yeah, we decided to go around it because it would be very treacherous and we didn't have the right gear.
Yeesh. So what grid are we in now?
You are around grid Q, what would it be? 8.
Slightly less than halfway.
Yeah, slightly less than halfway. But you know that going around the ice wall, it added a significant amount of time to your travel time. And as you look at your watch, it's around 7:30 a.m.
Right.
So
But
you have a head start about yesterday, and you don't have to divert from an ice wall.
yeah, now it's mostly flat and following the river, right?
Yeah, it's following the
Yesterday we had to climb down an entire mountain. That also slows you down.
Yeah, indeed. And well, you know that the pumping station is on the other side of the river. So at some point you will have to cross it if you want to get to the pumping station.
It's not frozen over?
It's frozen over.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask Koko a question?
Are you asking me if you can ask Koko a question?
Well, I don't know if we was interluding or...
We?
So, Koko, you're the survival expert. There's no crocs in Canada, right?
Crocodiles?
No crocodiles, in this river? Is there
No,
anything that...
no. So crocodiles like the warm water? You will find them more towards the, the equator. Not here. This is way too far up.
What about giant squid or something like that? Nothing's going to jump up at us, is it?
Well,
Sharks?
we are in a river.
Sharks? Yeah, sharks. Is there any sharks in the river?
I mean, this is a river. Maybe we can find in the summer. You might find the turtles and the fish, but it looks like it is frozen over. At least I do not know how far, so we will have to check that out when we actually do make the crossing. But if we look at the map and we see where there's I don't know, maybe a place where. Let me actually look at the map as well. I will move closer to you to have a look at the map. If we are at Q8, then I think I don't know, half an hour. It looks like there's an island, and the river splits, so that might be a little bit shallower, and we might try to cross there. But then we will have to cross again. Maybe no. Maybe we should go to Shooting Landing and try and cross there. But at least the main thing we need to do now is move. We need to keep moving. Start moving, really.
So, we want to get out the cold, don't we?
Yeah. Pack up the tent, get everything ready, eat some more stew, and let's go.
I was thinking of a cup of coffee instead of a stew. But
you have. I will tell you. I do have some instant coffee. It is tastes like burnt, tastes like shit. But it is the only coffee here, so we should probably make some. But I would also recommend the stew because you need some fuel.
Okay, so stew and coffee.
Best breakfast.
Don't we all get a bonus from being on stimulant? Just at that key moment we come down. Penalty.
Oh, yeah, you actually do. Let me look it up real quick. Because you had a harrowing night. So coffee would offset the effects of fatigue for a few hours.
Coffee. Sounds good.
Coffee it is.
Okay, so let's
and
make
Koko
some...
starts making coffee.
Some horrible coffee to drink.
The awfulest. The most vile coffee, It does not taste of coffee, but it gives you caffeine, so...
If you are drinking coffee, let's say all of you roll a d6. If everybody's drinking coffee, that is.
I will drink coffee.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 2.
That means that Kardiac, you stave off the effects of exhaustion for 6 hours yet. Killswitch, Koko, it's 5 hours. But Kilo, you stave off the effects for 2 hours at the moment.
Yeah, I drink too much coffee. That won't be enough to keep me.
No, sadly it won't.
It's alright.
So you set off, pack the tent, and move down the river, or up the river, depending on which side you're looking at it. You're not crossing yet, are you?
No. Staying on our side. I don't know,
I was just...
It looks more treacherous on our side because it's more mountain.
Is it better to cross when the river is tighter?
But we'll have to cross again to get to the pumping station. So either we cross in one go, or we have to cross twice.
Or, if the ice is thick enough, we could just go straight over the river, straight to the middle of it.
Yeah, but we're really careful about that.
Yeah, that we then need to make sure that the ice is near half a meter thick, probably, to carry all our weights.
I mean, there are ways we can do this, but...
How long would it take to check?
Just hug the shoreline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But near the shoreline is also where the ice is thinnest, usually, I think. No?
Well, I mean, not actually on the ice, on the land.
On the land, on the shoreline, just follow the shoreline.
Yeah.
Oh, I
follow
thought
the river.
We were gonna do that anyway, but yeah, let's...
So you set off. Even though the day started bright, sunny, bit warmer, after an hour you see heavy clouds are beginning to cover the sky as the wind picks up. It's still hella cold. Everybody roll me a constitution check.
38 under 75.
36 under 75.
67 over 65.
Oh.
Ooh.
61.
I'm going to use 2 luck points for that.
61 under 65.
All of you feel the warmth of the food you just ate, even though it wasn't that warm. The coffee helps a bit. Your clothing is made for this weather, and you learned from yesterday. Keep all of your jackets nice, tidy, closed. The zippers and your gloves all neatly insulate your body. As it starts to snow, even though it starts with a single snowflake, it soon turns into a barrage of snow, reducing your visibility to about 60 feet. It makes navigation a bit more difficult, but you do hug the shoreline and keep the ice of the river to your left and the mountains to your right. And as you walk from the right, you hear a sound. Sounding dangerously close. What do you do?
Hasn't one of us got a
sounds-
shotgun, yeah?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say Koko grabs a shotgun.
Can we kind of know from which direction the sound is coming?
Yeah, if you have the map, it's to your east. But it sounds like it's maybe 200 meters from you. Even though the wind is picking up, your visibility is shot because of the snow.
I think now might be a good time to cross the river.
Yeah, I was going to say, but first, is there a rope that we can all tie each other in case one of us falls into the ice that we can pull them back up?
I was going to say we should probably just out of character. Where are we on the map?
Well,
right at this moment.
Out of character, you would be on, let's say, as you're hugging the shoreline, it's an hour later, so you would be at the, you would be at the top of P9.
It does look like the river is a little bit less wide, but I have, from training, I know that when you cross a river and you're not sure if the ice is thick enough to hold the entire weight, the best thing to do is to lie on your belly and move across. So you distribute the weight as much as possible. And I have a tarp, so we can use the tarp to lie on so we do not get too wet and snowy. Well, I mean, that we do not get stuck to the ice, basically. I mean, I should not laugh at this situation, but sorry.
I'm going to say, as Coco's saying this, I'm already tying a rope around me and tying it around other people, so we're not like dilly-dallying, like, yes, let's all have a constructive meeting first before this thing reaches 200 meters. Just like, go.
Also, I would recommend we stay quiet. You know, as quiet as possible. As quiet as possible.
Possible. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so we are tidying each other,
We're wading onto the...
right?
Yeah, definitely.
We're tidying. And who is in the front?
Coco, you're up.
I'll go first.
Okay.
To the top of P9. Are we going to that little island in the middle of the river in P8?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure that we are crossing as much land as possible rather than water.
Okay.
So are you laying down as you're crossing, or are you walking?
No, laying down.
Doing the maneuver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How are
Moving
you
very
moving
slowly.
over ice laying down? Just paint me a word picture here.
I'll say we
Army
just walk.
crawl.
Oh,
I mean, ice isn't massively...
slippery.
Isn't super slippery
No.
when it's that thick.
It's famously slippery, but that's
Yeah, no,
another
I know,
thing.
but when it's that, like... It's not like black ice, which is like the slippiest of slippy. You know, this has been... There's lots of wind, so the way that it's frozen will have ripples and will have...
And I put
Yeah.
it to you with physics, sir, that it only gets slippy when it melts.
Yeah, and it's not in the melting stage at the moment.
Fair enough.
It's probably also at least partially covered in snow, which
Yeah.
is also going to help.
It is. Yeah, I was just asking you to paint me a word picture. I'm fully on board with your vision.
No, you're trying to work against us.
No,
What are
I
you
honestly-
doing now?
I honestly think we should just fucking leg it and run for it, because it's
No.
200 metres away, like... Who's at the back then? I'm not at the back, so if
Well,
someone
if
gets
you want
chomped
to
on
run,
running...
you should run somewhere different and also not close to us because you might put us in danger.
Okay, I'm going to run.
No!
No, but you're
I
tied.
don't untie myself. We don't untie myself. I'm at the back, and tie myself and just fucking run for it.
Okay.
All right, so you're running.
Yep.
Roll me a dexterity check with a 20% disadvantage.
Don't I get advantage from my caffeine?
No.
So it's 45, so it would have been 65. What's my... these many windows? Dexterity is 65. Oh, it's on the mark.
Wait, it's a penalty, not a bonus. What's your dexterity?
20... Fuck. 65.
What did you roll?
45.
So that's okay, right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So your
'Cause
dexterity is
40
65?
Yeah, so the penalty
gotta-
would be... I have to get 45, and I got 45 out of 45.
Alright, so you are running. You feel your legs slipping. And you're almost falling prone, but you make it into this like sort of half fall, half run. And you reach the little island.
Come on, quick! Come on!
The rest is still laying down, right?
I am.
And moving, yeah.
Yeah.
Like lying down and moving.
You hear the telltale sign of hairline fractures that explode across the surface of this frozen river.
Uh-oh.
You hear
Yeah.
ting, ting, ting. I can't make the sounds, but you know the sounds I mean.
Yeah.
Koko?
I turn around and I go, we need to pick up the pace just a tiny bit, and then we'll be at the first island. Actually, how long will it take until we're at the first island?
Well, if you're going belly flopping,
Yes.
give me a dexterity check. All of you.
Okay. 40 under 65.
All right, 40 under 65. The rest?
88.
Dexterity, right?
Yes.
Yes, dexterity. Oh god.
92 over 50.
Oh, here we go, them cursed fucking dice.
Did you get new dice?
I did not!
Jeroen!
Hey, you rolled an 88?
88 over 16.
Oh, no.
So, Koko, as you're trying to cross this ice, you hear a pang behind you. You look back, and you see that Kardiac has one leg through the ice. And as you look, you see
Cold. Cold. Cold.
cold, cold, cold. And as you see, the last thing you hear is Kilo saying, "Oh no!" And she goes under the ice as she rolled a critical fail.
Holy fuck.
Uh-oh.
I go, Killswitch! I need your help! And I start pulling on the rope.
How far away am I from them?
20 meters.
20 meters. Is there any fauna on this little island? Like a...
Now it's barren.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to take out my other pair of trousers, which I switched out last night, I remembered, because I got all wet.
Alright, that's your
yesterday.
action. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Kardiac, what are you doing?
I'm pulling myself out of the hole that my leg fell through.
Kilo.
I'm trying to get out of the water.
Alright, roll me a dexterity check with a 20% penalty.
Okay. 77.
Oh,
This is
fuck,
still
mate.
over 65. 60 actually.
We're all going to die. I'm going to start
You-
this again then.
You try to get out, but under the ice, the river is flowing. And everybody feels the rope getting pulled hard
Oh, fuck.
as you have no sign of Kilo. Kilo, all you see is darkness around you, and you hear the rumbling of running water. Top of the order, Koko.
I pull the rope as hard as I can.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, fucking hell. 96 over 70!
You feel yourself slipping as Kilo is dragging everybody towards the hole. Killswitch, what do you do?
I run out onto the ice with my pair of trousers and pull them out as long as I can. Grab on it, to Koko! Come on, I'll pull more!
Kardiac.
I'm gonna help just pulling on the rope
Alright, strength check.
and try to pull Killer out. Yep. That is 68 under 75.
Alright. You pull and you brace your leg against the hole that your other leg just fell through. And you heave on the rope. And you feel the rope coming towards you as you move your hands along the rope. So you're pulling in. You're pulling in. You're getting there. Kilo, you feel yourself being pulled against the stream. And where it was once pitch black, you see light above you. What do you do?
I was thinking of untying myself so nobody else dies.
No, go towards the light.
Yeah, but what if?
Part of the ship, part of the crew. Come on, man.
Well, it's not that I will try to die, but I was thinking of untying the rope and try to go up by myself.
You would know that if you untie the rope, that's the only thing holding you in place right now. If you untie it, the current will sweep you away.
And then I cannot go up because there's like a wall in the water.
Yeah.
Like a ceiling. Okay.
An ice ceiling, yeah. You
It
can
would
try
basically
to...
be suicide.
It would be suicide. You can try, because you see the light again. You've been pulled back far enough. You could try to grab the edge of the hole and maybe pull yourself up.
But would I be closer to the hole? Because if the water is pushing me, I would be already far from the hole.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the rope being tied around you.
It's pulling me back.
Yeah, because Kardiac is pulling you right now. You feel yourself being pulled against the current back to the hole that you fell through, basically.
Okay, so I will try to swim to where I'm being pulled to.
Well, you see the hole, so you can grab the hole and pull yourself up, and I will give you a plus 20 bonus because Kardiac is pulling on the rope at the moment.
So I'm already in a place where I can reach the hole.
Yeah, you're in.
So
you
that's
see
what
the
I'm
hole above. Yeah. Go for it.
46 under 60. Is dexterity again?
No, strength
Strength.
or dexterity.
60 also. It's both 60.
All right, so you grab the side of this hole, and with Kardiac pulling on the rope, you get launched out of the water, pulled out of the water, and you're on the side of this hole. Koko, what do you do? You see Kilo.
Oh, sorry.
I was too soon. You see Kilo on the side of the hole, and Kardiac frantically trying to pull her in.
Okay, I'm gonna I guess pull as well.
All right. Remember that Killswitch has thrown you a trouser leg.
Oh yeah, shit. No, I grab onto the trouser leg. That's what I'll do, and start making my way up the trouser leg.
Oh.
This is not the time for sexual jokes, okay?
That's what she said.
Killswitch, what do you do?
I'm going to brace Koko. Now that he's grabbed the trouser leg, I'm going to start bracing back so Kardiac can easily pull more, knowing that he's being braced up.
All right, Kardiac?
I'm gonna keep pulling on the rope and pull Kilo to safety further away from the hole.
Kilo, you're getting pulled away from the hole. What do you do?
Yes, I am. I am doing my best to get out of the hole.
All right. You're being pulled onto the ice at this moment.
Okay. So I think I will be a bit desperately trying to move as far as I can from the hole.
How you're doing this? Are you trying to do this belly flopping, or do you stand up and run?
It's still the belly. I don't know if it will work much because now I'm all wet. But if there is snow on the top of the river, like on the ground, I don't know. I would. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move with the belly dance. Belly dance now. Belly move.
To the worm.
Yeah. Is it okay then to say that I was tied the last one?
What do you mean?
Like, because we tied each other.
I figured you were the last one indeed.
Because then I'm just not going. I would feel bad to just start trying to get out and still Kardiac is behind me.
No. Kardiac is in front of you.
Okay. And I think I'm feeling very cold.
Yeah. You feel the effects of hypothermia gripping your body. You have been dunked in ice cold water. Roll me a luck roll.
And what's my luck number?
62, if I remember.
62. And I rolled a 65.
Can you use luck and luck points?
No.
I was thinking that.
No.
You spent 3 luck points?
No, sadly no. Roll a d6.
2.
Okay. As you are being dragged out of the ice, you feel that you have lost some items. I remember that you told me you had the 45 in your pocket.
You mean the gun?
Your pistol, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Ooh.
Swept up by the river.
All right.
And you look down and you see that you lost one boot.
I thought you were going to say one leg. Okay.
Silver linings, just a boot.
Okay. Kilo is in survive moment now. She might realize these things are lost, but she cannot even speak. She's just trying to survive.
All right. Because you have been dunked in ice cold water, you are feeling the effects of hypothermia.
Yeah.
Immediately. So every dexterity check you make will be with a 20% discount. Penalty, not discount. We're not selling stuff here.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Cheaper for
buy
me.
our merch.
You're on the ice. You're scrambling. You're trying to get away from this hole. What's everybody doing at the moment?
I'm going to start just pulling towards the land. Just saying, just go for it. Quick.
Right, so you're pulling, and I imagine everybody is pulling and scrambling on the ice. It's a hectic, frantic moment.
Absolutely.
The little island is not that far away. All of you, with each other's help, make it to this little island in the middle of this frozen river. Panting, exhausted, you take stock of what happened. You see that Kilo is drenched. It's minus 50 degrees Celsius.
Then I'm alive.
I'm gonna switch into gear here. Like Koko's gonna go. So Koko is gonna say, "I'm very sorry, Kilo, but you need to take off all of your clothes right this moment." I lay down the tarp, and I'll start like pulling clothes off of her because
I don't know if I can.
You need to get the clothes off, and we need to wrap you in the blanket, and I'll wrap you in the hypothermia blanket, and I'll wrap you in my sleeping bag, which is water resistant, so you can, or at least I can put the cover on it, which makes it water resistant. And you need to sit. We need to make a fire right here, right now, because we need to stay warm. And Kardiac, you need to take off your boot, and I throw him a pair of clean, dry socks from like a dry bag that I have.
And I'll grab the shotgun at the big howling thing that's coming towards us.
Do you have a shotgun?
No, I'm going to grab your shotgun. While
You're going to grab my shotgun? Before you do that...
It's on the floor, it's like...
Before you do that, I'm gonna grab you, like when you try and reach for my shotgun. Koko will grab you by like the neck thing and says, if you do not understand that when we use the survival skills, everyone will follow the same rules.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, I've lived in America a long enough time to know how to use a firearm. Don't worry, just deal with Kilo.
No. I am not talking about the gun. I am talking about you changing the pace.
You say that, but I was nowhere near you, and belly flopping across the ice. Honestly, look what happened.
This is not the time. Let's help Kilo first.
By the way,
help
the only
Kilo.
thing...
Yes.
I like push him. I push him away.
And I start taking off my boot and handing it to Kilo.
The only thing I say is like the end of the words, like Kike. You cannot hear.
Well, you have pants because Killswitch just handed you pants. So pants are a given. The only thing that you do not have is a Arctic jacket.
No, I do have an extra jacket. I took the dude's jacket.
Indeed.
So I have a jacket.
I took two, right?
You switched jackets. Some of you have a jacket extra, indeed. So you have pants and a jacket.
And I'll also give you some socks and underpants.
I believe that my extra clothes in my backpack is all wet also, right?
But
Yeah.
you need to like take off everything and get into the sleeping bag.
Oh,
first.
it's taken off everything, no discussion.
You buck naked.
3 men.
Hypothermia striptease.
Boom, chicka wow wow. So that leaves us with Kardiac, who is missing one boot, but he has a dry sock,
Yep.
so it's all
Well,
evening
no, but
out.
Wait, it's
maybe?
wet. It's
No,
wet now. As soon as he
no,
puts
the
his foot
fire.
down.
That's why we made the fire. That's why I'm making a fire to sort of dry out the stuff that we have.
This island's barren.
Yeah, but I have some stuff to make a fire.
Are you carrying
Do
kindling?
we need...
with logs?
No, not logs, but
There is some, like, old driftwood around this little island. So you can make a fire if you want to.
But we also have the blanket, right?
We should also make the fire just to dry out everything.
yes.
maybe even already set up the tent here.
Because one of the things that we want to prevent is that Kilo is going to go into, like, shock.
In 1980, what was the tent like? Are we talking the triangle kind? With the big sheets? I've still got the shotgun out into this thing, don't worry. But is the tent more of like a triangle thing? With
No, it's a dome.
Poles, or it's a dome? Ah, fuck. Well, anyway, I'm going to take my tent, and I'm going to
you have a
try
tent?
and... We all have a tent, don't we? I have a tent.
No, there's just
So
one
we
tent.
have one big tent.
I have a tent.
How long will it take to set up the tent, or can I just hold the tent lining up to like make a barrier from the snow battering us for a minute while the fire gets started?
Yeah, you can. You also have a tarpaulin.
Ah, yeah, use the tarpaulin. Like get a stick and stick it up so it's just like kind of like a basic, not a shelter, but just a windbreak to give us a tiny bit of cover while I'm looking out.
I'll hold up the other end.
So I'm one hand in the shotgun like Terminator style.
Just out of this, who was the one who knew the signs for the warding signs on the houses or tents against
No one
this
knows.
thing?
No one knows.
No. I think.
Well, you know that there were
Killswitch knew.
signs, but you don't know what the signs are.
No, but Killswitch did.
No, we established that he knows of the signs, but doesn't know the exact signs.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, never mind then. Yeah, I guess setting up tent.
Start a fire, Koko.
Survival check.
I'm on it like a carbonate. Survival.
I think I am
33 under 70. Success.
Critical success.
Critical success.
Oh yeah.
Kilo, you want to say something?
that at this point, I think Kilo is able to realize that she's lost her gun.
All right, play it out for me.
Before then, I lost my gun.
Quality.
Do not worry
my
about your
God.
gun. Do
No,
not worry
I'm
about your
just.
gun.
I'm
I'm
just,
pretty sure that when we eventually, hopefully, make it to the pumping station, there will be ammo. There will be some guns.
But what about the sound around us?
I was going to say, if we make it to the pumping station.
That is why I said if and when.
Well, it sounds like it's so big that it's
that
going to
is
come crashing
great.
through the river.
Sometimes
Actually-
it sounds like an alarm.
Who has something heavy? Are there stones around?
Shall I fire a warning shot?
No, do not do that. Do not.
Well, it might run away.
Well, we do not know that.
We also don't have infinite ammo.
Also that, yes. Are there any stones around, like big rocks?
Yeah. There are some big rocks around, for sure.
Okay, I'll ask, Kardiac, can you tend to the fire? Killswitch, please do not shoot me. I'm gonna throw some rocks in the river around us to crack the ice further.
Do it.
I think only the way that you came from, not the way you're going, I imagine.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, just to be
No,
sure.
otherwise we would be stuck in the island, right?
Yeah, I would like to sign my death sentence by throwing rocks and everything. You know what? I will just jump in with the rock.
Look, if you don't want to play anymore, that's fine. Just tell me.
I would like to die now, please. No. Raven. No. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna throw rocks to make sure that the dude can't get to us. Dude,
Alright,
whatever
so
it is.
You throw some rocks, and not all of them splinter the ice, but you hear like the crack of ice breaking here and there. And you know that with these rocks, you have weakened the ice just in front of you, pretty much that nothing could pass it anymore. Nothing heavy could pass it.
Okay. I go back to the fire and tend to Kilo. Feed Kilo.
Just imagine this, like you are in an island in the middle of a frozen river, and due to the snow that's falling in drifts around you, you do not see any other edge of the river.
We can't stay here.
Your world right now is this little island. That's all you can see.
Yep. Well, this is my church. This is where I heal my hurts. For now.
How does this make you feel, this whole ordeal? I'm a poet and I don't even know it.
Wow. What, just me or everyone else?
Everyone, yeah.
For me, it feels very cold.
Despair would be a word I'd use.
I think Koko is in like just automatic mode, autopilot. He's been in like situations where he had to like save people and was with larger groups and they were in like trouble. So I think for now, Koko isn't thinking, he's doing. No, I don't mean it that way. He is like in work mode, basically.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. You basically on autopilot.
Autopilot,
just tending,
yeah.
Yeah.
Autopilot.
I'd say that I've got that kind of kill switches at the moment. He's feeling like he really wants to move, but he knows if he does that it's dangerous. Kind of, so he's got that kind of angst of like he's agitated, like we've got to go, but we can't, that kind of thing.
I'm in almost the same kind of mood as Koko is. Like, I've been in not exactly this kind of situation before, but also situations where like shit is fucked up and just going to some kind of autopilot where I'm just like trying to like do the best I can to help whoever needs help, but also still like being aware enough to follow Koko's orders or whatever, because I know that he is the one that has the best or like the most experience in this exact scenario.
You have a tent on this little island. You're looking around and taking stock. What's your plan of action?
Well, I was going to mention that I'm looking at the map and I've noticed the pipeline does cross this little island on the land.
It does.
So we can't see the thing, but can I make out where the pipeline is? Like poor visibility.
Yeah.
Is there a catwalk on the side of the pipeline, or can we walk on the pipeline?
You can try and like it's
How big are we talking? Are we talking big?
Yeah,
So
it's like a big pipeline. It is difficult to walk on it. It's round, so it doesn't have like a flat top. The chance you will fall off of it is pretty big.
Maybe not then.
But you can certainly try. I mean, it's an option. You don't have to walk the pipeline until pumping station. You can use this little pipeline. Well, I say little, but you can use this on this little island. You can use the big pipeline on the little island. There we go. To maybe cross the river, or at least guide you in crossing this river. Like, it's an option for real.
How far away from each other are the pylons that go into the river between the pipe sections? Because could we run from, like, say, across the ice or walk across the ice right next to the pipeline? And basically, one of us holds on to one strut till someone gets to the next.
For sure.
Get to the strut.
Yeah, they're like
so we could use
20 meters apart, basically.
So we could use it to brace as well as like walking across the ice. Yeah, I say that would probably be our best option.
Yeah.
I think for now we should make sure that Kilo is okay and we all eat something, because we just had a harrowing experience and we need all the calories we can get with minus 50 weather.
I don't think we've got enough time to boil up a load of stew again.
No. I have the bars, and I give everyone a... What are they called again? I wrote it down. Daytrex ration bar.
Tasty.
How long are you planning to stay on this little island?
That's what I mean. We should be moving.
How bad is Kilo?
I think that once I'm recovered, we are trying to move.
How long would it take to dry your clothes in this weather?
Do we have fire?
Yep.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say we're drying our clothes, because we've given her a set of clothes, really, to wear the spare stuff. So we could keep her wet clothes and just
Kardiac shoe needs to dry before we can go, because wet feet is...
it's actually my
death sentence. Can I wrap my spare pair of trousers around a foot and gaffer tape them up?
That's the thing. Do we even have like a spare boot?
Oh, that's the thing, because Kilo lost a boot.
Yeah.
So can we make like a massive wrap to give it a bit of time before the wetness gets in around it, for basically make a makeshift boot out of gaffer tape and
but Kardiac's boot needs to be dry, so we do sort of need to wait for that.
Kardiac's boots were dry. Oh shit, no, his boot was
Kardiac
not dry.
had one boot that was dry.
Yeah.
And one that was wet.
Indeed. I was focused on Kilo's predicament that I forgot about.
I've got some crafting stuff, so we could probably put something together, unless someone else has some crafting.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well.
I don't think I had extra boots in my backpack, but I did have like extra underclothes and socks, underclothes, the skin clothes, you know.
And I had an extra coat, which I gave to you, or you had an extra coat as well.
So I'm thinking we could try to craft something.
2 pairs of socks, the hypothermia blanket, and the coat.
The extra coat, like my wet coat that can get a bit dry also in the fire.
To dry a boot, you're talking 20 minutes over a fire, so that's Kardiac sorted. by that time of just sorting out stock and everything, I would have done that.
I think that the problem with moving, okay, let's say we don't dry everything, we are not completely prepared.
Just make it damp, not like dry.
It's because
Damp
we probably
in this
will
weather?
have to stop soon again.
You really do not want anything to be wet in this weather.
How about we just fucking weather and get to the actual pipeline,
We won't
the
be there,
station.
but we're not going to be there for another, how many hours, Mr. DM in the sky?
Voice in the...
That depends on when you're moving.
What time is it now? How much longer does it take to get there from this point?
Well, you've walked around an hour.
Yeah.
This whole experience with the ice, Kilo, Kardiac, would have taken another hour.
Great.
So 2 hours have passed, so it is now 9:30 a.m.
Okay. And how long?
Ish.
How long from here to the? Without any other obstacles, how long from here to the pumping station? You think?
6 to 8 hours?
8 hours?
6 to 8 hours, yeah. If
6 to 8 hours.
If nothing changes in the weather and there are no obstacles.
Okay.
How many hours of sunlight do we still have?
6 to 8 hours.
So what do you do?
I'm sorry to say, but I think we cannot move until we are completely
Until we're dry,
safe.
yeah.
Otherwise, in a few hours, we'll have to stop again. And the idea is not to stop anymore.
Yeah, and the thing is, everything needs to be dry as well because we have to cross the river again.
Yep.
And if someone falls through again, we need to have dry stuff to give them. Like, we can't have our backups be wet as well.
No, we can't. Killswitch, I understand this is not a great situation and you are scared, but we do need to make sure that we are prepared for the trek before we go.
I'm just saying, I just feel like we're being stalked. I don't want to stay here at the moment. I know we need to so we're surviving, but, I don't like being out in these woods. I prefer my corner box office, my mainframe terminal, and my screwdriver. Just
We are further away from that now.
yeah.
I say we give at least the boot and the other clothes more time to dry, so we have spare. And then I will start working on the shoe or Kilo.
I'll try
Pack
to
the
help.
stuff.
Would my craft architect or science engineering or craft mechanic helping in any way of making this boot?
Possibly.
Tell me how.
Well, I can engineer a boot. I could design a boot as I'm an architect. And I can sort out the mechanics of said boot.
I think in general, just the solving problem, everyday life of a mechanic would help.
Sure.
A life experience check.
Yeah.
Roll me a boot making check.
I rolled 85, so no. I'm more of a thinker than a doer.
Who has survival? I would think this would be a survival check.
I do too.
Yeah.
I also have some survival.
Yeah.
So I have 10% in survival.
I have 30.
Yeah, same.
I rolled a 6 under 70.
Eee.
I will carry this roll over.
Can we roll for it?
No, I will cover this roll over for everyone who has some experience in survival. So all of you have at least 10. So a 6 is under that number. So it takes some time, a lot of duct tape, a lot of love, but you manage to make a sort of fashionable boot, even with a insulating layer against the snow. You wrap around some rubber bands so there's a little bit more grip. It's not gonna hold for hours and hours, but for now it will do the trick.
Ooh, and I'll take the lace out of my hoodie, out of my hood in my Arctic coat, and have some laces in this boot.
You just...
I'll just duct tape
You
it
just
to
tie
it.
like a string around the boot.
And done.
Now, Kilo, the moment you feel something wet or cold, you need to let us know. The moment.
Then, all right.
Aren't you cold
Copy.
now?
If I'm cold now?
Yeah, it's minus 50
No,
degrees.
no.
but we made
After, I'm wearing
And we're at a fire.
warm clothes. Yeah, dry clothes. I have the blanket, the thermal something blanket, and the love of my friends.
Oh my god, that is such a nice thing to say.
So I feel very warm inside now.
Oh, that was
Even though I only had a piece of bar
That was the whole campaign idea that you imagined and learned that friendship is the only way to stay warm. So I want to thank you all for a lovely campaign. And,
Lovely.
Friendship, the new frontier.
I want to. I really like doing the sitting for 5 minutes. I don't know if Killswitch is sitting down at this moment because he's so
pacing
anxious.
around.
Yeah, I think so. Making a.
Pacing around every so often. It's still fucking cold, man.
But if there's anybody around me, maybe Koko and Kardiac, I want to share that I actually thought of removing,
roleplay this out.
untidying.
Yeah, roleplay this out.
Okay. So I want to thank you for helping me. It was very scary in the water.
I mean, you do not have to thank us for, doing the only thing we could have done.
No, what you did was more.
I could have cut you loose, but I did not do that.
Koko, I actually thought of doing that when I was under the water. But then I felt the rope pulling me and...
You were going to untie the rope?
Yes, because I felt like the river was pulling me away and I was attached to you guys, so you were probably coming with. In these situations, we know very well that the unfortunate decision is, well, may I die for other people not to?
You know that would have been suicide, right?
Yeah, but I don't have.
And that's the whole reason that we tied ourselves together with this rope, so that we could pull one another out.
Yeah, yet. Thank you.
I mean, I am very glad that you did not untie the rope.
Yeah, me too.
Bye now, meet you.
And I give Kilo a hug. Koko gives Kilo a hug.
Nice.
Not in that. God, what is your problem? I thought the French were horn dogs, but Sorry, I'm Belgian. Maybe you're not.
No, it's just so nice and warm. That's why I'm liking it.
Oh, okay, good. I guess it's time to go.
I guess so.
You pack up your tent again. Pack up your belongings. Douse the fire. Killswitch, you hear them packing up. So you know you're moving soon.
Oh, I'm not that far away. I'm still in the camp.
I know, but you're on the lookout, right?
Yeah, I'm just pacing in between them, just cold.
Just cold. You have about 30 meters of frozen river to cross. You have the pipeline that you can try and hold on to, walk over, or maybe even run between the pillars that are holding this pipeline off of the ground. The only problem is, if you follow the pipeline, the distance between you and the other side is diagonal. So it's 60 meters. Straight across at 30 meters. What do you do?
How big was the bit between how big of a thing that we already crossed? Like, was it a longer stretch or was it a shorter
stretch? Yeah, that was
stretch?
like 40, 50 meters.
Okay, so the chances are that the ice is a bit thicker because the river is...
It's thinner. No, it's less wide at this moment. Yeah. Narrower, that's what's the word. So it's 30 meters across, or 60, with a thing you can hold on to every 10 meters or so.
Well, I'd put it out there that we go for the 60, but one of us braces against one, while the other one goes out, braces against that one, so... If we all have like 2.5 meters between each other and the rope, there'll be 2 people on the ice, not bracing, and 2 people bracing.
That means that
they move around.
But that means we're going to follow the river, like be on the river, be on the ice.
It's only for 60 meters until we're on the land again.
But doesn't the ice get thinner with where the things are? If you look at like what is that? A steiger? What's the word for a steiger?
A pier?
Scaffolding?
No.
A jetty?
Yeah, jetty. If you look at a jetty, where it's attached, the ice is thinner.
Yeah.
No, a jetty is where you put a boat on a jetty, so I don't think that's the right word. Yeah,
but you have a jetty Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you have something in the water, like a pole, that's going to conduct heat, so it's going to freeze less around it. So if we stay like with the pipeline...
I mean, you're the survival expert. We're following you, so go ahead, Koko. Make a decision.
Well, you do not have to sound so condescending.
Well, you're the one dilly-dallying.
Since when do you have a British accent?
I'm a British expat.
Oh, shit. Okay, I thought you were American.
It's right there in this lovely character sheet of mine.
May I ask something? I think even out of character, so Kilo doesn't sound so crazy. Why are we crossing the river? Why we didn't stay in the other side?
Because something was chasing us.
Oh, just because of that, right?
Yeah, yes, we ran to the little island. And then
Yeah, and because there was an island, so we were like, we have a stop in between if something happens, which was good because something did happen.
Mm-hmm. That was it. That was my question.
I don't think we should follow the pipe. I think we should spread out and one by one make it over.
And once one is in the other side, maybe we can do the, like when people are climbing, they have two bases. It's safer for the others to cross.
I think my paracord is...
Please say it's 60, please say it's 60.
No, it's like 100. I think it's like 100 meters.
Oh, yeah.
How do they do that? I don't know. Like, maybe we can put that...
So if someone stays on the island, I'll go first.
Well, if all three of us stay on the island bracing you go out onto the ice.
Yeah.
You can go and tie it to a tree on the other side, and then...
Yes, exactly. I'll do that.
And then we do one by one.
One by one.
Yeah.
And hold on to the rope.
I think it's a good idea. Maybe
Okay,
do you want to go with nothing, to be lighter? Only your rope and you. What do you think?
But yeah, that might be a good idea. And then hang the rucksack off of the rope and move that on. That's a really good idea.
Well, that'd be a weight on the one side as well, so it'd be even more sturdy, wouldn't it? If we use it like a weight to start off with as we're holding it, yeah? But
okay.
Do you want your shotgun, Koko?
No, I think...
Just in case there's something on the other side.
I do have my machete.
Oh.
I will keep my machete.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Kilo? Koko leaves his bag and very carefully, I think on all fours, makes it across the ice. Still distributing the weight.
You're crossing the ice, and it's...
Actually, can I make a check? Can I make a check to sort of, when I'm touching the ice and so close to the ice, does it feel sturdier than the ice before?
Sure, roll me an ice check. Ice checking check.
What is an ice check?
Natural world, maybe? Is that a thing in Delta Green?
Nope.
Right, let me check real quick.
I have navigate.
So remember that you have navigate because you're going to need it later.
I have survival.
It's your alertness.
60.
Well, with a 60, you can tell that the ice is a bit thicker because it's a less wide stretch. So the ice had more time to accumulate, basically. So you can tell that it's a bit more, well, not sturdy, but thicker.
Okay. I relay the information and I say... you should probably sit on your knees and spread apart and then basically pull yourself from the rope and make it forward that way. Do not stand, but it will be quicker than belly flop because the ice still isn't very thick and we do not want it to break again.
All right.
And make it across.
Right,
holding the rope.
Koko is on the other side.
Yeah.
Who's next?
The backpack?
Well, the needs to be taken by someone, right?
Well, I'll tie the backpack to the end of the rope so we can just pull that back over across at the end.
Yeah.
It's a very important backpack. I'm scared.
I'll go.
Okay.
Get on my hands and knees, put the rope under me, so tie it around me, kind of thing, so I can slip knot it through.
All right.
Slowly go across the ice.
You get across. Who's next?
I know the DM quite well, and I'm scared to leave the backpack as the last thing.
I'll go last and take the backpack with me.
But then isn't it too heavy? Your backpack, the other backpack.
Or we can...
Can't we just move the backpack?
Wait, how long is the rope?
100 meters.
So we could, I guess, just tie it somewhere in the middle of the rope and then just pull it across, and we still have enough to have a rope on each side. We
don't have enough rope to do something like this, right? Like, I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, you have enough rope to make a loop. It's 100 meters, and the chasm you're trying to cross is 30.
Okay, because what I'm thinking is we put the backpack and then we do something like this, like the rope goes like a,
Don't you need two ropes for that?
No,
the two ends of the. But
you could just tie it in the middle.
But the rope is already there.
Yeah, but it's still on two sides, right? Like it's still spanning the river?
Yeah, because one of you is holding it.
Yeah, we could get most of the rope on our side. We tie it, backpack in the middle of the rope. So
I get what you say, yeah.
Pull on the rope, the backpack gets across, and we still have enough
rope
left so that also, I'm still holding the end.
But also, if you are holding the rope, then you could just put the rope through the loop of the backpack and just slide it across with you.
Yeah, but what I'm afraid is if it's not too heavy, like the person and the
someone
backpack.
else is holding it, and there's a tree on the other side holding it.
I'll lob it across.
Just slide it.
Look at his face. I
do
don't. Before you make any decision.
You clapped at the half rope thing, so just do that one.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
That was a good idea.
Get it on that, like the middle of the rope, have the other end to the side. Basically, you can have a U with the rope, the letter U.
Yeah.
So you still have two ends of the rope on the one side that you hold. You can use the rope to ferry yourself across. You have the backpack.
Yeah, but what Kardiac suggested,
Yeah.
I think it's just that once we only used the half of the rope, we still have a lot of rope left,
Oh, that's
even
also-
when
yeah,
the rope gets
yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
other side, you know? So we still have ropes and hopes when the backpack gets in the other side. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you have the rope across, you have Koko across, and you have Killswitch across, and the backpack. So the only people left on this little island, Kilo and Kardiac.
I will let Kilo go first.
Kilo, how are you crossing this?
The exactly way Koko told me, on my knees.
On your hands and knees, Lord Hallelujah. You cross. Roll me a luck roll.
No. 30. Under 62.
You walk, crawl, more rather. And at some point, you hear a twang, the unmistakable sound of ice fracturing. But you get across.
Can Kardiac hear us from where he is?
If you yell loud enough, because the wind is picking up again.
Okay, so I will tell Koko and Killswitch. I heard a sound in the ice. Shouldn't we move a bit to one or the other side, like a little, like some centimeters? I don't know, just to make sure he doesn't go the same direction as I did.
That is a good idea. I guess also because Kardiac is the last one, we can pull on the rope because he is the last one on the rope. So we can pull him across quicker.
So we don't have to inform him?
Also moving to the left. Well, I guess I'll shout.
Okay.
But maybe not shout? I do not know. Can we pull on the rope instead? Like move so he can feel that the rope is being pulled.
Sure, how many tugs are you giving?
Ooh, that's what she said.
Well, 3 tugs and it's like playing with yourself, isn't it? Wasn't that the rule?
Wow.
From what film is that? Seriously, because I remember that from a film, and I can't remember what it is. Is it like?
Isn't it role models?
No. I think it's one of the film. Isn't it? Oh no, it is. Maybe it is.
I swear that's also in like a Blink-182 lyric or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
It might be, but I know it from a movie.
Yeah, I also remember it from a movie, but I don't really remember which one.
Definitely a 90s, early noughties film.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, yeah.
I guess 3 tugs and then like moving it to the more towards the. Actually, no. We should probably stay more towards the pumping station.
All right. So you move a bit north. Kardiac, you feel like the rope, as it was straight towards you, you feel it move a bit to your right. And it's getting pulled tight, so you know that maybe you should move with it a bit.
Okay.
And as you do...
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yell across, send the tarpaulin over, because that way I can put the tarpaulin down on the ice and just lay down on it and spread all the weight, and they can just pull me across.
Yeah, for sure. I'll allow it.
And they can send it the same way that we got the backpack across.
Okay.
So I imagine
They'll do it.
I imagine all of you hear this and are ready to pull on the rope as a unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kardiac puts down the tarpaulin and lays on top of it, and you pull him over. And as you're pulling, Kardiac, you hear the unmistakable twang and ping of ice fracturing below you.
Pull faster!
But you get across, and everybody's now on the west side of the river.
Whoop whoop.
Sad baby.
This took a while to get across this river, which was expected, seeing as this is a hazardous environment. But you're now on the right side of the river, and you can follow the pipeline. And as you're all standing there, you look and you see a dark shape on the pipeline, not 50 meters off.
standing on top of the pipeline?
No, something is hanging against the side of the pipeline near one of the supports. Supports, that's the name. Supports. God damn it.
Supports!
Supports.
Oh
Yes.
my god. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, something is hanging against the side of the pipeline.
Learning English
is
with
hard.
the pipeline.
Lesson 4. Supports. Something is hanging on the side of the pipeline near one of the supports. It's a dark shape. What do you do?
Switch, you still have the gun.
Hand it over.
No, I mean, you can do it, but...
Okay. Do you want me to fire?
No, do not shoot. We do not know what this is.
I'm going to chamber another round. Ready.
Oh my god. Let's approach very slowly and very silent. Actually, what I want to do is I want to hang the tarpaulin behind me, and I'll be the one at the back to make sure we're not leaving any very suspicious or very clear tracks in the snow. So the ones that we are doing are less more inconspicuous.
Well, you would know that the amount of snow that's falling, any tracks you would leave would be gone in 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, but 10 to 15 minutes is too long.
No, but still, this thing's staring at us. So, is there a torch in that backpack? Is it a flashlight? Something we can just shine at it quickly, just to see?
Well, it is during the day that we will not get more visibility unless we get closer.
I mean, you can certainly try.
I don't think I have.
There's a river between us. I don't want to go back on the ice, Koko. We almost lost a person.
There's no river between
Move forward. I don't want to be here for much longer.
I'm afraid I do not have... I knew I forgot something. Do not have a torch.
What do you
have
do?
a torch?
Throw a road flare at it. No.
Do you have a flare?
No.
Does the theme make sense?
Yeah, we did pick up a flare gun with 3 flares from Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe fire a flare at it?
Oh yeah, we do have a flare gun.
Let's not. We're basically like bossing this shape, right?
Yeah, we're gonna pass it.
If you're walking forward, yes, you're gonna pass the shape.
And it doesn't have any sound.
It's also hanging from it, so it could be...
Yeah, is it any
body
movement in the hanging, or does it look like someone hanging?
It's a shape.
It's a dark shape.
Is it a human dark shape?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is this humanoid in shape? The eye is very good at looking at human shapes.
Roll me a investigation or alertness.
All of us?
Who's checking?
Oh, 26. Let's see what I've got. 26 under 40 for alertness.
Ah, I thought I lost my dice.
Hey, 18. What is the thing we are doing? Investigation?
Alertness.
Alertness.
55 under 60.
Under 80.
Even though it is slightly moving, it's only moving because of the wind. It appears to be the bloody corpse of a man. He's hanging upside down, and from what you can see, his feet are tied with some kind of thick rope. You're too far off to notice any details at the moment. What do you do?
I'm going to start walking towards it slowly with the shotgun. But is the pipeline still in the river, isn't it? Or is this where the pipeline's coming over to land?
It's where the pipeline was coming over to land.
So we can definitely get up to it, like, without getting onto the ice.
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to start walking slowly towards it, saying, Koko, get the flare gun, just in case. I've seen enough of Dawn of the Dead.
For Christ's sakes, we don't have enough flares to waste it on stuff like this.
Okay, then just anything. Just get a weapon, just in case. I don't know what this is.
The gun is the only gun we have? No, right? We have another one. Or not?
It's a dead guy. He's not gonna do anything to us.
Is he dressed?
I agree, Kardiac.
Does he has boots?
I'm just gonna walk over to him, basically.
Yeah,
I can imagine it as well. Just Kardiac. It's a dead guy, guys. It just Jesus.
As you get closer, the grisly details become clearer. The man has been eviscerated, his bare back against the steel surface, and he's been lashed in place with his own entrails, and his entire chest cavity and abdomen have been emptied, leaving a gaping hole. Worse still is his face, which is a mask of crimson. His eyes are wide and his mouth is open in a silent scream. He was alive when this happened.
Well, fuck.
But does he have boots, though?
Ooh.
I was going to say,
I actually asked that before.
What
yeah.
about the boots?
He has boots, and as you come closer, you can tell that he looks familiar.
Ooh.
He is your pilot, or was your pilot. Everybody roll me a sanity check.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Hey!
Oh,
My God, no.
100.
Well, I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 14.
That's
I
under.
rolled a 34 under 53.
All of
65.
you who succeeded take 1 sanity damage.
Yeah, I was gonna think about.
Who fails takes 1d4 plus 1. But seeing as it is a critical fail, you take the maximum amount of sanity damage you can take, which is 5.
That means I lose my violence and helplessness adaptations.
Indeed. Kill
yeah.
switch. Fight, flight, or freeze.
Oh, I don't know, because the reaction I want to do, like, what would it be under? I'd say freeze, then. I'm going to freeze in place, just going in kind of insane. Just like what happened to this guy? What's like, he's just literally mortified and the blood's drained out his face. He's just literally staring at, going maniac at everyone else, going, what could have done that? Like, look at him. That wasn't the plane crash.
Polar bear.
A polar bear's tied him up.
Cardiac.
Polar bear.
Hey, Switch, maybe you should go with Kardiac for a second?
No, I'm going to turn around and throw up.
Okay.
I like that if he actually said that right before, No.
Could I use like my willpower points, like to wade off this insanity, like just say throw up, kind of just literally brought back into perspective, because this is the first time I'd see a dead body.
Sure. Well, it's not the first time you see a dead body. But
Well, the first time I've seen it in this state, yeah.
Roll me a d4.
3.
Do you want to project on a bond?
Yeah, I'll project on a bond, yeah.
Right, so you take maximum of 2, because 3 is the amount you rolled.
Yep.
So you take 2 sanity damage, but you also lose 3 willpower.
Does this affect my bond as well? Like, do I have to change the score on the bond?
Yeah, tell me, which bond are you projecting this on?
Bill Thompson, my co-worker.
All right, keep
He's going to become...
keep a note of this, because we will play this out later.
I'll put it in the mental disorders. Distant and condescending towards Bill.
All right.
Your very good friend.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
After this initial horror, you see that he indeed has boots still on. What do you do?
Down the machete.
A little snip on his entrails, and he falls down to the ground.
Does his body fold up because it's just eviscerated in the middle?
Yeah, it does now.
Okay, I will.
It is that because he was hanging upside down, there doesn't seem to be a lot of blood on the boots. So I guess Kilo, you have well, it depends on who has what size, but there's a boot, and maybe let's take the other as well. If someone else loses a boot, I don't know. We've lost so many boots today.
Indeed. Is this a person wearing only boots, or he has pants, jackets, or anything else?
He has a pants, pants, and a jacket. The only problem you have at this moment is that most of it is frozen, stiff with blood.
Besides the blood, the boots, or the boots also?
No, the boots are fine.
Okay, I wanted just to check his pockets. Is it possible, or it's like...
Yeah, no, you check his pockets, and sadly, there's nothing really in them.
All right, it's just... He was the pilot, so maybe he had some.
But as you look up, the blood on the side of this pipeline, it almost looks like writing.
Like what?
Writing.
Oh no. Who noticed that?
You did.
And then I can see what... can I read it?
Well, roll me an occult check.
Oh, it's an occult. So it's not like English.
No.
Or French. I can show Koko. Occult, right?
Right. Are you telling anybody else about this writing?
Oh, yes. I keep no secrets to the people that saved my life.
Aww.
I actually see it, and immediately, even before I roll my die, I tell them, hey, I see something here. Let me see if I can read it. Oh, no, I can't, I think. 56. It's all cool to write what I'm doing.
Yes.
So, no, 56 over 10.
Anybody else want to roll a cult?
I've just tried. Oh, never mind.
No, I was just going to say I'll try. I haven't rolled it yet. 40 over 30. not gonna spend luck points on this.
All right.
Well, I got 17 over 10. I'll spend the 7 luck points.
All right. With your 10, you notice that with your knowledge of the occult, like, you are excuse my French, a nerd. And I imagine that you would have read up on occult stuff. Like, we all know the 80s. It was...
I played D&D, man.
Yeah. You recognize this language as Aklo, an ancient arcane language known to be mythos related.
Oh, I relay this to the rest of the people. Don't ask me how I know that. It's I was researching something really nerdy. You don't want to know. But it's a mythos language. You know, like mythology. You know, like mythology, like ooh, scary ghouls and beasts and ghosts and stuff like that. No. But I want to know how it ended up in blood on a pipeline in the middle of nowhere, next to a dead body.
Does it look like a human did that drawing? Like it's finger type of...
Yeah, it's basically
writing?
Finger painting. Yeah.
Doctor, are you able to look at this man's hand and say if it was him that wrote this?
I can try.
I'm not gonna even make you roll for this because you check his hands and his hands are squeaky clean. There's no blood on them.
Oh, so it wasn't him.
Or somebody licked his fingers after.
Doctor.
Should we keep moving? Gross. Oh, sorry.
No.
No, go ahead, Sanne.
I want to do something really gross.
Helping?
Like with what I did with the elk or the moose.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stick my hand in like the body basically to see if I can feel how long ago this happened. Because blood and like that sort of freezes very quickly, but the body temperature inside, I want to...
Yeah, he is frozen stiff.
Okay, so this must have happened more than a couple of hours ago.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It seems like he's been dead for, well, I guess a day.
I wanted to ask one more thing
Maybe
to
not
the
a day?
doctor. Like, do you think he died from the accident or he survived the accident and this what you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, is this done post-mortem, all this eviscerating?
Yeah.
No, look at his face. This was done while he was alive.
And that's how you play.
That should be like the intro. And that's how you play the pipeline. The pipeline. Guys, I do not want to stall, but I think we need to keep moving.
No, let's
yes,
whatever
yes,
did
whatever
this
did.
to...
Yeah, I'm with Kilo. Yeah, let's.
You know.
Are you doing anything with the body or just leaving it here?
We'll leave it here. We can't take on the extra baggage.
I'll close his eyes and say a little prayer.
Is it possible to close his eyes?
No, they're frozen stiff.
Okay, well then I do not. I will move. I'll turn him over, I guess, so he's not like staring.
I'll take two coins out of my wallet and place them over his eyes.
Oh. I'll get a pen and paper and in my notebook start writing down like the symbols and the writing on the thing so I can take note of all the different writing that I come across.
All right.
Good thinking.
Good thinking indeed. Koko, you said a prayer for this dead man?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I did for the other guy.
And Kardiac, you placed 2 coins on his eyes to play the ferryman?
Yeah.
Well, that would be a basic burial ritual, seeing on the circumstances. So all of you, award yourself 1 point of sanity back.
Hey.
Yay!
Hey.
Oh,
sanity
I wanted
gain.
to ask, did we get a checkbox in like violence or helplessness when we lost this?
For this, no.
Do I still lose mine? I staved it off the insanity part.
You projected.
Yeah.
So you only lost 2, if I recall correctly. So you did lose the 2, but you gain 1. The gaining is separate of anything.
No. But I mean, like my helpless, because I already had 1 cross in violence and 1 in helplessness.
I say
and initially I did
everything.
get rid of them. So
yeah, I say
you lose
everything.
Yeah. Because it's more of the mania of staving it off and throwing up.
Yeah, indeed.
You have a throwing up bonus.
You're pretty hungry, that's for sure.
I'm gonna say, you got one more of them cereal bars?
Yes, but please do not throw it up this time.
I should be all right. I've just got rid of the coffee.
I hand him a bar.
Oh, thank you.
By the time you finish with these last rites for this body, the snow has picked up and the visibility has been diminished to about 10 meters. You keep trudging on. New boots, they fit snugly. You're walking and you're keeping an eye on the pipeline just to know which direction you're going. But as you look at the map, you know that at one point the pipeline will cross over into the water.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking, and everybody roll me a con check because it's still hella cold.
Ooh, 3 under 75.
25 under 65.
13, 36 or under 65.
63 under 65.
All of you have learned from your experiences on the last day. Again, you keep your jacket closed, your boots tight, and your zipper up. But as you're following this pipeline, at one point it veers off to your right, and you lose sight of it in this heavy snow. But you're keeping on the shore of the river, the ice river, and you keep trudging on. Trudging on, and trudging on, but about 6 hours in. Everybody roll me alertness.
99 over 40.
41 under 60.
73 over 40.
12 under 80.
Whoever succeeded, you hear a repetitive heavy thumping, barely audible, over the gushing wind. And it's getting closer. And it's getting closer. And it's getting closer. See you all next session.
Come on!
Oh,
Yeah, but we're
You do
getting
this
there.
every time!
No, but that's the good thing. We're going to get out the cold next. That's the pumping station, isn't it?
Well, if we're standing still and it's coming closer,
No, we're getting closer to it.
are you sure?
I understood it was getting closer to us.
Yes, that's what I understand.
Oh,
as well.
Shotgun at the ready.
English is not my first language, and even though I think I'm pretty fluent in English, sometimes the lack of mother tongue, it shines through.
You're doing
What
a
is-
great job.
What is the word again?
Thank you. Narrower.
Narrower. Narrower.
Narrower.
Narrower.
Narrower.
Indeed.
It doesn't sound right saying narrower.
Narrower.
But it is
It's
a
more
word.
it's
More
more
narrow?
narrow.
More narrow, I think.
No, it's
so.
narrower.
It's a bit
as well.
narrow. It's a bit narrower.
It's a narrow, sir.
Narrower.
But yes, your English is fine, sir. It's better than mine, and I am English.
Bidet.
Bidet, sir.